God bless you, global Christian friends and pastors out there. Let's rush right back to the chapter here. Launch out into the deep. He besought Jesus, don't command them to go out into the deep, because the deep thing belongs to God. And he definitely do not belong to God. Now, verse 32, Luke 8:32. And there were there a herd of many swine feeding in the mountain. And they besought him that he would suffer them to enter into them. And he suffered them. Then went the adversary out of the man and entered into the swine. And the herd ran violently down a steep place into the lake and were choked. Think about that. That may be one of the reasons why God put a hold on some of the kind of fish that you eat, because they're demon contaminated. All right? Demon contaminated. That's why he tells you the kind of fish that you need to want to eat and the kind that you should not eat, because he knows that they're demon contaminated. Like he tell you, there are certain fowl that you should eat, should not eat. Certain beasts you should eat and should not eat, because he knows that they are unclean and that they are contaminated. All right? To the pure, what? All things are pure. To the holy, all things are holy. And he is trying his best to keep you pure, holy, righteous, and make you perfect. You started out being perfect. You ought to remain so. Look at this. Verse 33 again. Luke 8:33. When the adversary went out of the man and into the swine ran violently down a steep place into the lake and were choked. Does that word sound familiar? Choked. Choked. C-H-O-K-E-D. Remember riches? Remember the cares of the world? Choke. Remember that? Huh? Got the word? Go forth? My God. But you're choked. You know what the Bible said about that. You're choked with those three things. With cares, riches, and pleasures. That's what the Bible said. You're choked. Same word. Choked. All right? The sea choked them like the world choked you. Think about that. The sea choked them like the world choked you. Verse 34. When they that fed them saw what was done, they fled and went and told it in the city and in the country. Verse 35. Then they went out to see what was done. And they came to Jesus. And look at this. They found the man out of whom the adversary was departed, sitting at the feet of Jesus. Number one, clothed. Number two, and in his right mind. Number three, and they were afraid. Let me explain that to you why they were so afraid. Remember Naaman? Naaman was a leper, as every pastor out there knows. But when the prophet cured Naaman, his flesh became like the flesh of a baby. Here, this demoniac had cut himself, had gashed himself, had stabbed himself with rocks and bricks and stones and things of that sort, and he was all bruised up and greasy and bloody. But when Jesus spoke the word to him and cleansed him out, and those things went out of him, his flesh became brand new all over again. And when you come up and see someone that last evening or last week you bound with chain and fetters, and they broke those chains and fetters, and you scuttled into the city to escape him, but now you come back and see the same man that you bound with chain and fetters last week or a few days ago, and now his flesh is changed. He is changed. His mind now is better than some of y'all's mind, because now he's in what kind of mind? The Bible, the right mind. That's what Jesus do. He put you in the right mind at the right season, at the right time, for the right work, so that you may receive a right hand of fellowship. All right? Keep this in mind. And they were afraid. That's why they were afraid in verse 36. They also which saw it told them by what means he that was possessed of the adversary was healed. And then the man walked over to him and told him, "Get out of here." And the man jumped and wobbled and wiggled and formed, but the man was transformed, lying there on the ground among the tombs. They saw brand new flesh come in on that man, and they saw those wounds disappear. All right? Just like when Jesus walked by certain flowers, they just burst into bloom. Walked by a certain fruit tree. That's why he cursed that fruit tree. That fig tree. The fig tree didn't respond. It didn't burst into bloom. He said, "No fruit shall grow on you forever." All right? But Master, look, the fruit tree immediately set it away. You know, he didn't respond. I don't mean no harm, but the sun out there in the sky called the sunflower to follow it. Other flowers too. So, how he was healed. Now, verse 37. And the whole multitude of the country of the Gadarenes round about, watch this, they besought Jesus to depart from them, for they were taken with great fear, because now our pig meat and pig feet are gone. We can't have no more pig feet. We can't have no more pickled pig feet. Oh, praise the Lord. Our pickled pig feet and pickled eggs are now gone. All right? Because, oh my, look, you heard what God said earlier back in the time. I'm not trying to say it. Look, don't fault me with this. But it's written in the Old Testament, don't eat swine. It's written there, you may not want to do it. But New Testament, pray over what you want to eat and eat it. God bless you. Till the next time, Global Christian Friends, American Governor, we love you.